Sorry, I have something in my mouth. I'm touching my face. Great.
You did just use a Clorox wipe.
I know. I'm just realizing with these lights, it's so hot right now, and I can't take the sweatshirt off because I have a very inappropriate top on underneath. Like not in a good way. I just realized it's like see through and my boobs hang out. So yeah, now
everyone's like, "Oh my god, I hope it gets so hot in there."
Yeah, sure. It's not like it's like the top that you have to like check, like make sure your nipples are both like in the same spot.
Yeah, one's not like cross-eyed.
One's like yeah, one's higher than the other, or like more towards my armpit or something.
Hey, what's up,
Real
guys?
troubles in these troubled times, you know?
Hey, guys.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to Between the... What?
Just this lull of silence where we're both like...
I know.
Wait, what do I want to say?
I don't know. I think everybody's like in a weird mind space. We've already talked about it. Still in quarantine, guys.
Still in quarantine.
Still, shelter... What is it called?
We're shelter in place.
Shelter in place. I was going to say shelter in play.
Shelter in play.
Shelter in play. So, yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
Still here.
I don't know what day it is.
I don't either. Honestly, I don't think majority of people I would say in the U.S., everywhere really, you have like a weekend, you know? Yeah. You know how like we don't have like our normal schedules, like our weekend could be whenever.
Right.
Everyone's having that luxury right now.
Right.
You know?
It doesn't always feel like a luxury though.
Like chilling in your pajamas way longer than you should, all day.
That's true. I think that the stress of not working for some people is probably over making that a little harder.
Oh yeah.
To deal with.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know how people are. I don't know. Hopefully this ends soon. People can start working.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been lucky. Our business has been considered an essential business. Not the gym, obviously, but
Ace,
yeah.
I was like, our business, my business. This is essential.
Well, our business is essential. Yeah. So,
well,
anyway,
I was deep in Netflix, like I am every day, and I was. You know when on Netflix after you've watched so much, a message pops up and it's like, "Are you still watching?"
When
Netflix
saw a meme
shames
about
you.
This. Yeah, yeah.
It does. Netflix, you shame me.
I know
way too much. And honestly, I didn't choose this life.
This life chose me.
And I've decided, I feel super lazy most days.
Yeah.
And I've decided this was mandated for me to I didn't want to be lazy and be in my pajamas way too long. But it's just not your fault. But this was mandated, and so I'm doing it.
Dude, I
finishing shows left and right.
So I've literally I bought a teeth whitening kit. Hasn't shown up yet. I bought.
Dude, I shopped online yesterday.
Oh, dude, I have not shopped online. I just keep buying this dumb shit off of Instagram, like these Instagram ads.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's online shopping. I was thinking like going on my computer.
Not online if it's on your phone.
I know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Dude, I bought something that is so dumb that I cannot wait to try. It's called Jazzercise. It's a thing you put in your mouth and you go like this, and it's supposed to strengthen your jaw. It's supposed to give you a jawline.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you please bring it here next time?
Yeah. I'm going to try it. I mean, it's just so dumb, but and also signed up to get some face product through a dermatologist online.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm just like taking care of some stuff while I'm sheltered in place.
I painted my own nails.
Oh,
and my toes.
Nice job.
I painted my toes. Those ones are still holding up, but I've always had like really thin, shitty nails.
Right. Okay.
And they're bad right now.
Oh, really? Well, did you pick all your stuff off?
They were bad.
Ugh. She picked it off.
I want you guys to know, actually, she
picked it off.
You guys can just hear this, but I want Eric and Gina to know that I was almost swayed,
Okay.
convinced
Okay.
to go and get my nails done.
Oh. Even though you weren't supposed to?
Because they were so bad.
There are people that will. No, there. You know what? Even though things aren't open, like I've actually had people around me say that they would do things for me still.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those situations.
But like also
which
though,
still isn't a good idea.
No. I'm gonna say her name. She's gonna hear this and be like, "Don't you say anything." No, they were really bad, and I obviously was going to town picking my nails, and then I thought, you can't risk it, Brooke.
It's just not.
It's not one of those times where you risk it for the biscuit.
It's not a smart move for your nails.
So instead, I went to Walgreens, made sure I was practicing social distancing, and bought a manicure kit. Did my best. It wasn't great, but lucky for you and for everyone else, only I am stuck to be this close to these hands.
They're not that bad.
They're pretty bad. They look better because they have paint on them.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, enough about our nails.
Yesterday, a couple things. So I've been trying to, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been trying to video for our new at-home program for Naked Training, nakedtraining.app. We have, first of all, it's an incredible program. If you guys want to be fit and strong and look good naked, it is not easy, but it works. And
it made it sound like you said
what?
Because you go, and if you want to look good naked, it is not easy.
Well, for some of us. Anyways, the program's not easy, and it's an amazing program. Killer coaches, great community. Check it out if you haven't already.
Maggie, shut up.
Hey, Maggie, if you guys hear the dog, you know what it is.
Dog toy. Thank you, Eric.
Anyways, so yesterday, my coach is still sending me a program that was, coaching me to compete again. And just with him knowing like what equipment I have at my house. And yesterday was a rest day. But I was still planning on doing some of the naked program or at home program and filming it. I got sucked into my phone because there were some stores having some online sales, and it was the last day of sales. So I ended up spending too much time there. Finally, I was like, okay, you got to do something. So I got ready to be in my house, did my hair, got ready so I could film some workout movement things, mowed my lawn.
Oh, nice.
In the back. It had been like, yesterday's weather was super crazy here.
Yeah, it was
It
weird.
would rain and then stop and be sunny. And then rain and stop and be sunny. So I mowed the backyard. And then as soon as I finished, as I'm putting stuff away, it starts raining. So I hurry and put everything away. Maggie's like filthy. I bring her inside, clean her up. And I sit down to be like, well, I'm going to wait. Maybe I'll start filming. And then it stops raining. Anyways.
I know, it was back and forth.
I finally went out and I was like, Brooke, you'll feel better about your day and what you spent doing if you finish like the lawns. So I went out and I mowed the front lawn. And just so you guys know, it's been raining a lot here. My yard is green, but the grass is actually just weeds.
I know.
Like an aggressive amount of different types of weeds.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to keep a lawn.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So as I was out front, I finished mowing and I was, some of the grass blew out of the lawnmower, put the lawnmower away, got the push broom, and I was sweeping up some grass. And I just noticed like over where we park, there were some weeds, and I just grabbed it and pulled it out. And because the ground is so like soft, it's like perfect for pulling weeds.
Oh, so did you get sucked in?
Dude.
Yeah.
I pulled so many that in front of where we're parked. All of that was completely grown over. I pulled everything out and filled the trash can that's for
for your lawn yard waste.
And all night and all morning, my forearms.
Oh, you're all sore, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because you did a certain movement over and over and over again. It's like when I don't know if that's the right movement.
What's funny is like as I was out there pulling weeds, I was like, wouldn't maybe I should just do I should just do yard work.
Yeah.
Like if I don't really feel like going out and putting everything together to actually train, I should just do yard work. Like that's work. But I really didn't expect like what I had done to really affect me the way that it did.
Yeah.
And like all night, my hands and then like the tops of my wrists and in my forearms are just tight.
That's funny.
And my low back was a little tight.
Yeah. Well, yeah, from bending over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I tried my other big purchase I told you is I bought a trampoline.
Yeah, we were going to put it together yesterday.
We were going to put it together yesterday. Well, it was raining. Yeah, and the weather was crappy, so I couldn't put it together. So eventually I'll get that thing put in.
Gina got nothing like else to do but trampoline.
Yeah, I didn't even know how big it was. I was like, oh, I know I want like a really big trampoline, you know? So I was like, I went on there and I was like, oh, yeah, 15 foot. That sounds good. I bought it. And then I was like, wait a minute, how big is 15 feet? And I like measured across my living room at my house now. And I was like, oh, it's my entire living room.
Best too is she texted me to let me know like she got a trampoline. And I was like, oh no. I was like, man, I hope you got the one with a fence around it. She goes, I did.
I did. It's got the net. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go build that today if it stays nice out.
Yeah.
Just so I can get some exercise because I've just been a lazy lump of shit. I mean, dead serious.
I just got the cold chills.
Whoa, you certainly did. That was weird.
You've never had that?
Yeah. Well, not like that.
Well, it was almost like in my ear.
It looked like you had a bug in your ear.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, you're
maybe it's
like being shocked
maybe
or
it's
something.
from the weeds last night.
Yeah, maybe.
I was out there pulling weeds and then just daydreaming like, because I've seen like different like not snakes but like lizards and salamanders and like snakes.
Oh yeah.
Out and I was deep in these like this pile of weeds and I was like, oh man, what if I got bit by a snake right now?
Oh.
And then I had to like go to the hospital, but then I didn't want to go to the hospital because, you know, everything happening there. Can you imagine me coming in and be like, I got a snake bite?
It would be just your luck. No, we had a snake one time. It was like out in our pool area. It was huge snake. And I was like in our a lounge chair, and Lily, our dog, had been over in the corner and she kept barking at something. I was like, geez, Lily, shut up. So I walk over there and it's this big old snake. It's like all wrapped up and it's like rattling. It's like,
so it's a rattlesnake.
Well, I thought it was a rattler. So I'm freaking out. Like I'm calling my older boys. I can't remember where Nico was. And I'm calling them and I'm like, oh my God, there's this giant rattler, like this, you know, this whole thing. So my boys come over and they bring like a friend, I think it was Hunter or something. And they go over there and they get the snake. They, take the shovel and they, cut the head off with it. It wasn't a rattler.
What was it?
I guess there's some big snakes. Like it was like a giant gopher snake.
Oh.
But I guess there's some that pretend like they use that. So I don't even know what the sound was that he was. I don't know if he was doing it with his mouth, but he didn't have a rattler. But I mean, it was even rattling like when they were there. So like, it wasn't just me like being an idiot and being like, oh my, like, over exaggerating. I mean, it really was rattling. Have you ever heard of that, Eric? Oh, yeah. Anyway, just
it makes sense. Just like some sort of defense mechanism.
I don't know what it's
they like come together and like, okay.
It's just holding like a little.
What we've learned.
A little toy.
What we've learned is these humans are terrified of rattlesnakes. Okay? So if you just pretend.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it was. It's so weird. So, yeah.
Poor guy got his head chopped off.
Oh, that went down the wrong pipe. No, I'm not sick. Okay.
Hey.
Sorry. Okay. So we were going to read.
Yeah. I have one question for you and then we're going to read that.
Oh, okay. What?
Do you think that we will actually be out of our shelter in place by April 7th?
No.
I don't either, man.
No.
Not after that video you had me watch.
Oh, right.
I showed Eric when he got here.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
On Michael Rappaport, his Instagram.
Yeah.
He posted it's an IGTV video that he shared, and it's of a doctor who did almost like a day in a life sort of in New York.
Yeah.
And
I think it was Queens or something.
Yeah. It was. I think it was crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah, it's you know, everyone's like going into this like, well, not everyone. There's some people that are completely ignoring it, right?
Yeah.
I think more people are starting to get the idea. It's unfortunate because, I mean, we've talked about this before. It's like the people, if you're not at least trying your best to abide by all these things that they're asking you, they're going to make you. Mm-hmm. And the problem is that, you know, people are going like, well, you know, but the percentage of people dying compared to this and da-da-da. And it's like, well, first of all, we really don't want anybody to die, do we? I mean, I understand that some people don't see the severity in it, but what people aren't understanding is that, and I think that they are starting to, is that the more overrun our hospitals become, those cases that could have just been, you know, cleared up with a respirator or, you know, whatever, they're not going to have any beds for these people. It's, and you know, like on that video, I don't want to quote it wrong, but she was saying something about, it was the doctor basically saying that there were people in the administration saying that they, you know, had plenty of equipment and blah, 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 blah. And then she's in the hospital and she's like, we have 5 new, are they called respirators? I can't remember.
Yeah, respirators.
But basically we have 5. She goes, I don't know where these other 100 that they're talking about.
Yeah,
and then they had like a refrigerator truck parked up behind the clinic for extra storage for people that have died.
And that are dying. Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's like, you know, it's going to affect everyone if our hospitals don't have beds and equipment.
Yeah.
They run out. So yeah, it's a little scary. So, I mean, the thing is yeah, it sucks, but if this is what we have to do, I mean, they're, you know, I mean, everything I've read, it's hard to know what is what, you know what I mean? Like you've got people in the news that are just trying to scare the shit out of everybody. You know, I've pretty much tried to just look at anything that's like from the CDC or, but, you know, there's just other information out there. So I don't know if we can, what is it called? Flatten the curve.
Yeah. We can flatten the curve.
Flatten that curve, then, you know, hopefully we'll be fine. So stay at home.
Yeah. I think that they'll probably, especially in California, they're going to mandate it longer. They'll have to.
Yeah.
Especially because,
I mean, there's already
especially
rumor
because
that,
you wouldn't want to, like, let's say it starts to flatten out, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't all of a sudden be like, okay, go back to normal life.
Right.
You'd want it to you'd want to sustain that for a while.
Right. You want to see cases going down. You want to see, I would assume. Again, not an expert.
Yeah, not a doctor.
Just an opinion. You know. You know what's been really helpful has been Beachbody.
Yeah, because you guys, we've talked about it before, and I know that, you know, we live near the beach.
Get a Beachbody at home.
Yeah. You show off
your home body can be a beach body.
Show off your beach body in your backyard.
Yeah.
Show off your beach body to your pets. No, but you guys, Beachbody it's
a great program.
It's become, I mean, it's always been valuable for me just because and for you, but like, I like being able to try new things and do different things and
have a lot of variety.
Yeah, because it keeps you from getting bored.
Yeah.
From what you're doing. And it's awesome for being able to give you new ideas. You can, you know, take pieces from what you learn of the different programs and add it into your own, you know, your own little mix up of a workout.
And I love like taking a class like where somebody's telling me what to do.
Exactly.
You know? I don't have to figure out what to do.
It kind of gives you a little human interaction.
Right.
Yeah. But Beachbody for me, I mean, I've told you this before, but I really like the yoga. I think because now more than ever, I feel like I'm sitting on the couch a lot more, so my hips get really tight. Beachbody is on demand. It's super easy to use. It's a streaming service that gives you instant access to over 1,300 super effective workouts suited for anybody at any time. And all of us have lots of time. We need to fill with workouts from Beachbody. The company was behind P90X, Insanity, and the 21-Day Fix.
Some of the workouts are as short as 10 minutes. So when we actually do get to leave the house, we can actually, you know, still fit something in. I mean, now we have all this time, so we could probably do like 40 10-minute workouts in the day.
Honestly, because the ones that are as short as 10 minutes, I get up off the couch and do a quick little 10-minute workout, get a little human interaction with their trainers.
Yeah. You can view it on your computer, your web-enabled TV, tablet, smartphone, Roku, Apple TV, Chromecast, and there's more.
So 0 excuse. You guys try out Beachbody. It's a great way to dabble in all different types of fitness. It's super easy to stream, and it'll definitely help boost endorphins. So when we start getting that situational depression or feeling super unmotivated, because that's, I mean, I can speak for myself. When I start feeling super unmotivated, so every day,
right.
It helps me feel happy.
Yeah.
You know, exercise helps me feel happy.
And it's for all fitness levels.
Yeah.
And it ranges from like anywhere from like bodybuilding to weight training. You can do cardio HIIT, you can do yoga, like you said, or even dance workouts.
I was dancing this morning.
You were dancing this morning.
So for our listeners right now, you can get a special free trial membership when you text REPS to 303030. Again, you'll get full access to this entire platform for free. All the workouts, the nutrition information, and support. It's totally free. Just text REPS, R-E-P-S, to 303030. All right. I got an email from Abigail Odell, and Abigail, you made me laugh so hard at, I'll just read what she said. I discovered your podcast a couple of weeks ago and have been skipping around through the episodes. They're all great. My favorite moments are when Brooke takes a call in the middle of the podcast. I've never been more entertained to have someone tell me, hold on while I take this call.
It's just real life, guys.
And I was laughing so hard because I did do that. But I was, trying to get my brother. My brother was like,
no, you've
Spain.
done it before. Remember you answered a call because you were for your couch to get delivered.
That's true. It's happened twice. Sorry. When my mom's called, and it's because, when my mom's called, my phone happened one time. My phone was Bluetooth to the thing.
Oh, that's right.
And I answered it. And then we had a conversation with her on the podcast.
It is true.
And thank you Gina is refreshing. Abigail.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sending all of your ideas for topics. And we're going to read one and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Have you ever been bullied at your CrossFit gym? And what do you both feel is the appropriate amount of meanness that a coach should display with their client? Let's do the first half first.
Okay.
Have you ever been bullied at your CrossFit gym? Gina.
I know this is going to sound weird, but I think I'm a hard person to bully because I don't really get when people are being mean to me. I mean, until like later, you know what I mean? Like it takes me a while. Like I just kind of don't assume that someone's like being mean to me.
I mean, you told me a couple stories about
like what?
About someone at our gym that's like been outwardly making fun of you.
Well, okay. That is true. What I'm saying is like, but when I think of like bullied, a lot of people make fun of me because I make fun of myself. Does it annoy me after a while? Yes. Do I think that in this, I think I know what situation you're talking about and I'm not going to pinpoint anybody.
No, I'm not. You don't need to.
No, I know. But I think that in that situation, I don't know how to explain this. I don't think the person was trying to bully me. Does that make sense? Yeah. If I'm thinking of the same person that you are. Mm-hmm. I feel like I want you to whisper it to me. Yeah. No, and I think part of that problem too was like an age thing. And I think that she thought she was being really funny and didn't. Some people can't really land it. Does that make sense?
Well, and
but I don't think I did in that situation. I mean, yes, have people said things that annoy me? Yes, but I didn't feel like I was being bullied.
Well, and I
might have joked and said I'm being bullied by her, but
no, you didn't say bullied.
I don't think I would.
There's different levels of what you could consider bullying.
Yeah,
because if you have people that constantly make fun at your expense, that can be considered bullying.
Right. Yeah. But see, for me, I make fun of myself all the time. So I think, but what I'm saying is that I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is that I think that because I do that so much, other people feel more comfortable chiming in.
But that doesn't make it right.
No, I'm not saying
this is our normal. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Gina finds it takes a lot for her to finally be done with either a situation or a person or whatever. Like it takes a lot.
That's true.
And majority of the time it's me having to like
tell me that enough is enough. Yes, I know.
But
I know.
in this like situation, she was just being like teased in a way that, like she said, the jokes, if they were jokes, which they probably weren't landing.
They weren't landing.
And they were done with some you know, it was intense in a way that like it even must be hard for it to land, because like tone of voice was like, wait, are you it's like that moment where you're like,
well, I think I did that.
Did you? I know you said you did. Like, did you meet? Like, did I hear you right?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh wait, you're still going.
What did you say? What? How many times are you gonna say it?
And I think in that situation,
I think she got it after that.
Yeah, I think in that situation, it was, you know, someone young that's probably trying to like be the cool girl.
Totally.
That sometimes can come across as like the mean girl.
Totally.
Anyways,
but bully. Yeah. I don't know. Do you feel like you've been bullied at the gym? I think that there are cliques at the gym.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I've ever been bullied at the gym. I have definitely been the butt of a lot of people's gossip.
Sure.
Like, I know usually it's a lot of people that I know for a fact it comes from a place of jealousy.
It does come from jealousy.
And I never, like, for me, it's like it happened a lot. And I heard things about what people had said. And some of the people that had said certain things, it was like, were people that I thought were like my friends. You know, and the way I reacted to it was I just ignored it and let it go. And it's not that easy to do. Let's say if you were like being bullied in a gym and it were something that it was really disrupting like your learning and your class. Yeah. Then if you didn't feel comfortable handling it yourself, then I would say you would speak to, you know, a coach or someone who ran the gym and kind of decide like what would be the best course of action. Because sometimes it, you know, depending on the situation, everyone's situation, relationships are so different. It could be as simple as you just not coming to a class where that person is at. But also no one should have to adjust their life and their schedule to to like keep things neutral. Right. Like that's everyone, you know, you should be able to, you be there and you pay your membership. And if that person can't, you know, leave, like just be kind. And by not saying anything at all, like if, you know, you guys don't see eye to eye, just do your own thing. If they can't do that, then I think that it would need to be addressed. But for me, for the most part, never bullied, definitely singled out in a way that can make you feel like a little bummed, mostly because like a person like me, I don't like to hurt people's feelings or make them feel bad. And I definitely I don't really like to not be liked. And I used to be more like that, you know, a long time ago. And, you know, over the course of years of ups and downs and scrutiny on social media and dealing with that, I've just decided like, I'm not everyone's flavor. You know?
You're my flavor.
You're my
flavor.
But yeah,
no, and I think that's important. Well, and I think it's also a difference between if she's talking about coaches too. Yeah. You know, so if you have a coach that's doing that, I think a lot of times when you go to a gym, you kind of see like the attitude of who's running it, right? Mm-hmm. So like in our gym, Daniel is a very all-encompassing, you know, he expects his coaches to be kind to everyone. And there have been times when he's had to talk to people about stuff, you know, and I think that it is important that, and, you know, he's had members come talk to him about things. You know, he does like a lot of, like anonymous, what do you call it? Oh my God, help me out.
It's like
what is it? No, it's like when he sent that out, like an anonymous, when you fill it out like for each coach.
Oh, they have it at like stores. Like you have like a critique or something.
So he sends things out to members like where they can like basically rate all the coaches on like different things anonymously and then deal with them and stuff. So I think it's important to be, you know, I think those kinds of things are really, really cool to do. because people do feel more comfortable. You know, I mean, if you're the person that's feeling uncomfortable and it really is a problem, because, you know, you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to feel like you're not going to a class if it's like the time that you can go and it's this coach that you don't care for.
Yeah.
You know, or you can just kind of suck it up and just, you know, go, I don't really like this coach, but I'm just going to get my workout done.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, okay, let me pull up this question again. Abigail gave us an example of like her personal experience somewhere. And
I mean, there are definitely some CrossFit gyms that have that mentality, that old school mentality of like, push harder, push, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like, but to a point where the competitiveness, you know, I understand like wanting to push a person, but a coach also can sometimes go too far.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. She was asking about, what do you both feel is the appropriate amount of meanness that a coach should display with their client? There is no appropriate amount. You shouldn't be mean.
But I guess it depends on, I mean, you know, everybody's different. We don't know.
But there's a difference
something different is mean to them.
Yeah, but there's a difference between, and we're just going to talk about what we feel.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a difference between being mean and someone being a coach.
Right. Being stern. Like a teacher.
Yeah. So, you know, there's kind of an example of like, it didn't matter if you did good at something or did bad at something. The response from the coach was mean. So if you're a client and you're going there, and even if you do something good and your recognition, your response from the person who's teaching you is almost makes you feel like you did so, like you were bad. It'd be really hard to want to go there.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard to like, because you would never feel like you're getting better.
Right.
You know, even if you were getting better. I do think that there is, like Gina kind of said, like you find this isn't just in CrossFit, but we'll talk about CrossFit because, man, I hope we don't get in trouble for saying CrossFit on our podcast. Because there's like so many rules about that word.
Oh.
Functional fitness. We'll talk about that because that's what we know.
Yeah.
But definitely if you have a gym, this could even be like Orange Theory, anything that's like creates a community.
Right.
It's not just like going to a global gym and you do your own thing. You're doing group fitness. Anytime you do something like that, it's inevitable that people tend to gravitate towards other people and they have friends. Like a group.
Right.
Right. That does happen. And so in this instance, you could have coaches that are in a group, and if they're kind of like mean girls or whatever, mm-hmm. that energy could really like
trickle through
and take over, mm-hmm. which is not okay.
No.
And that's going to be the job of the owner or the head coach to be able to pay attention to those things and nip them in the butt. And it's, you know, it's sad because the coaches that are doing that now, it won't last for very long. And soon they'll realize that, you know, they messed up, and they will have, I feel like they'd probably feel really bad about it. And, all gyms have different coaches and everybody's different. I think that I would hope that if you were having a problem or there was a coach that was kind of making you feel a certain kind of way, that there would be someone there that you could feel confident in going to and you know, talking about it with. Sometimes if it's a, well, this could actually work either way. If it's someone being stern, but doing it in a way that makes you feel like a piece of shit all the time because it's just coming across way too like mean and almost like you just can't live up to their standards, sort of.
Right.
They might not realize
right.
That's the way it's coming off. So
some people are more sensitive than others.
Yeah. So sometimes though too, they could know exactly how they're acting, but just because they have that sort of like mean girl-ness
or mean boyness,
kind of just like run with it, you know, and kind of have that I don't care attitude. which can also make people around them feel really less than. But sometimes to just approach them, it's almost like trolls on the internet, right? It's like people say all this stuff, but if you were to respond to them to their face, like 9 times out of 10, they probably would try to pretend like they weren't the ones that said it.
Right.
You know, and I mean, with like social media, I've had that where I've responded to people that have said really mean things, and they immediately responded and said that they didn't think that I ran my own social media, and they were really sorry they said it.
Right. I know, I've seen that before.
I'm like, okay.
So weird.
But yeah, sometimes it might even be as simple as like approaching the coach after class and just saying, hey, I don't know if like how you meant this, but this is what you said, and this is how it really made me feel.
Yeah, it's like making me feel like I don't want to come to class because I feel like I'm working really hard and I'm not.
Yeah, and like really do it in a way it's like, is this how you meant it, or you know, am I reading this the right or wrong way?
Right. Just go up to him and be like, "Do you not like me?"
But yeah, I feel like and it's hard too, because like I remember when I started coaching a long time ago. You really have to think about, like, we used to actually, I can remember at my first CrossFit gym, they had like, I think it was like check your ego at the door. Yeah. Like, that's a thing. And that's not just for clients. That's for coaches. It's check your ego. That's so you show up, you don't, check your ego. Don't go in there and think that you're all that and that you don't need help. And if your coach tries to help you, that you're like, you get all defensive, like, it's for people like that. It's for people that need a reminder that whatever's going on in your personal life, and this is one's really for coaches, just check it at the door. Like, don't bring it in because, it's gonna but also that's superhuman.
Right.
For that to happen, for, stuff that you're going through in your personal life, your stress, your whatever, for that to like affect your attitude and affect, how you're treating people. And so from there, that's really just the responsibility of the coach to like get control of that, because even if you don't say anything to someone, a resting bitch face and ignoring people that need response from you in class, just because you're trying to like not, do anything bad, you're affecting them. Like we don't realize how much we affect people even just by a look. Right. And so it can take a lot for someone to really be in the moment and leave the crap, outside of class, or check your baggage at the door. Right. But that's just one more thing that coaches need to get better at. Because
and I think also, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Honestly, I probably should have been cut off.
No. I think also if you're in a situation, I mean, I almost like think of it like high school, right? Yeah. Like what I would have, what I did rather than what I would have liked, should have done, right? So like if you see if you see somebody else not being encouraged, you can also go up to that person and encourage them, and tell them great job, and, not to like all of a sudden, bully the bully, or anything like that, or to band together. But I think that that's another thing is that, and I think that it's hard. I mean, I didn't want to go to CrossFit class. Scared the shit out of me. I was training at home, and there were times when, Daniel like invited me to come to the class, and I was like, no. Nah. Because you go into this situation, I think everyone's had that situation. It's like being the new kid at school, everybody's looking at you. You don't know how to do anything, you're trying to learn. And then you have some people, we're all going to be very different personalities in this group. So, and I remember feeling so uncomfortable, and it just took like those 2 girls to be like, oh no, like, you did a great job or anything, it's like, I love Courtney for that reason. Courtney's our friend Courtney that we had on the show. She's so good. I mean, because sometimes I forget. I mean, even like when I was being a, gym owner, it's like if I see somebody new, I don't always go up to them and say like, hey, how's it going? And, introduce myself. But, there's just certain people that are so good at doing that and making people feel welcome. And so I don't know. I mean, maybe just try to do that yourself. Yeah. Take yourself out of your shell a little bit and, be extra kind to somebody else. And hopefully that will trickle through, because I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, you do have all these personalities. And as much as you can try to like make people, we all I mean, we'd be liars if we said we didn't want people to like us. Everybody wants somebody to like, you know, I mean, that's just ridiculous. I can't stand it when people are like, yeah, you know, screw them. I could care less about that. And it's like, well, then why are you so mad? I mean, obviously it doesn't feel good to have anybody not like you. You know, it doesn't mean you have to like run and like try to be their little bitch or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting off subject.
Want me to cut you off?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Please do. But no, I think that that's another thing is like, we have to try to be the people that we want other people to be to us.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Well, it all comes back to, you know, what I was told, or all of you probably have been told, but like, treat others the way that you would like to be treated.
Exactly. Don't stoop to their level.
I think about that every time I see, I think I've talked about this. I actively now, like, I really do try to, like, if I see, for instance, if I see someone anywhere I am, if I see someone that has like really beautiful hair,
right,
or a great butt, right,
we just talked
or whatever,
about this. Yeah.
Yes, I will tell them.
Yeah,
I'll be like, hey,
just don't tell them when they're naked in the bathroom.
It's so fantastic. Fine. Yes.
Yeah.
And
just know when the right place.
One, I do that because I feel like if I observe like just either whether it's like an aura or something like beautiful, like everyone needs to be reminded how beautiful they are.
Yeah.
And so I really try to do that. And I don't just do it because I hope people do it to me.
I mean, that's why I do it.
But I do it because you treat others the way you want to be treated.
I want everybody to tell me I'm pretty.
No, Brooke, your butt looks great in those pants.
Oh my gosh.
No, but I do it, the idea of like,
I think it's a great
smiling
thing.
at people, right?
And you want to build other women, especially women. I think men, they already think they're pretty great. Right, Eric? Am I right? Yeah. I'm just kidding.
She's not. I'm just kidding. With a huge grin on your face.
Well, no. I was thinking back.
What?
Like wobbling. I was thinking back. I used to be like, when I was a stay-at-home mom, totally like the person folding laundry watching Oprah, right? Yeah. And they had this study, and it was so funny to me. I can't remember exactly how it went. I'm just going to try to tell you really quick. They had some kind of like, it was maybe a computer program or something, and it was like men explained how they looked to this person, and then they did this whole study, like how tall they thought they were, how just basically on their looks.
Yep.
And then they did it to women. Well, all the women thought they were shorter and fatter than they were, and all the men thought they were taller and like better looking. And anyway, it was just funny. It was just showing the perception of men versus women. So I just always think back to that. It's like, men thinking that they're, and that's good. I mean, that's good self-esteem. I'm not saying all men feel good about themselves. Okay. I'm just saying.
There's a show on Netflix.
I think that us as women, I think that we tend to put ourselves down more.
Yeah. Sit down.
Maybe.
There's a show on Netflix called
Maybe it's the same.
100 Humans.
Oh, I was going to watch that.
So they basically take like 100 people and they put them through all of these tests to kind of like,
I saw the
test different things.
Yeah.
Like test,
I saw the one with the toilet paper roll.
What's that? Oh yeah.
It was like
which way they like it.
Yeah.
So the one on toilet paper roll was
like how would you put the toilet paper on?
Do you have the piece hanging down over the top or underneath?
Right.
What do you do?
Over.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't like under. Although some guy I saw, he had like a good point. He goes, I want to snap it. But no, we were always taught over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's under, you're like digging around for it.
Yeah.
You kind of want it to be like ready for you.
Yeah. I never really thought about it until a long time ago when we talked about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You were just like a savage and would just put it on different all the time?
I think like I just never really paid attention to it.
Oh,
and when I was growing
did.
up,
Yeah.
maybe my mom put it on in the bathroom, or my sisters did.
You're like, I never refilled the toilet paper.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
just like my kids.
I'll tell you right now. So this is gonna go off topic. I'll tell you anyways. So I'm the youngest of 4, 2 older sisters. We'd have chores we would do or whatever. And Sunday would come or whatever, and we'd be doing chores, and my sister would make a list of our names and what we were going to do. And when you would start doing them and like check it off, and that was like my favorite thing ever.
You liked that?
I just liked that.
Oh, the checking it off?
Yeah, I like
the structure.
I like the lists.
I'll start making you lists. I can totally start.
Wake up.
Check. Your list would be very short right now.
No, but like
check the fridge. Check.
I had to clean the bathroom one time, and I didn't clean it the way that my sister would like. I wasn't good enough at cleaning the bathroom. So they basically took that chore from me, and instead I had to pick up dog shit. One year for my birthday, my dad, when he got me for my birthday, my dad brought me home a pooper scooper. Not kidding.
Ruby used to love picking up dog shit.
Dude,
I thought it was so funny.
Okay.
She loved it.
Middle of summer in southern Utah.
Oh.
Bad.
Oh.
Winter, not bad. It's frozen, doesn't smell.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it was bad. Maggie?
I know, she's going crazy. No, Ruby would she would come and ask me. She would take up like a paper bag, and she'd go out, and she had this little shovel, and she'd just she just
pick it up.
Now she doesn't do anything.
We should get her a checklist.
No, she like this morning, I'm like getting ready, and she goes, and her door's shut, and our bedrooms are next to each other, and she can hear that I'm up, and she goes, she's like this, the door shut. Mom. She's 19. I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on. And so I go in there, and she's like laying in bed, full face of makeup. She goes, can you get me a makeup wipe? I was like, what? Get your ass up and go get your own makeup wipe. She's just like, yeah, I fell asleep with my makeup on last night, which is another funny thing. Why is this girl putting on full face of makeup? Well, I think it's for fun.
Well, and it's FaceTime.
That's true. They're FaceTiming, and she's on TikTok and God knows what else. But I just thought it was so funny. Like, she's got fake eyelashes on. I'm like, what are you doing? You're stuck at home. But I think she loves doing makeup, so maybe it's just to keep herself busy. I don't know. But yeah, Mom, get me a makeup wipe.
It reminds me of your
meatloaf.
My brother or my sister, they'd yell for me. Yeah. And I come
like
in and my brother was like on the couch, and he's like, will you hand me the remote?
Seriously. You're like, what? Get up.
You get the remote.
You get up and get the remote.
No, just do it.
I know. Lazy.
But what I was going to say is the 100 Humans, they have an episode about looks. Basically, are we, they do all these things, and it came back like men are always shorter than they think that they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I mean, it's great. I would love to be a man. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd love to be a man.
They do some different ones too. There's this one where they're checking like multitasking. And they come in and they've got the game Whack-A-Mole.
Oh yeah, I used to love that game.
And you have to play this game and answer these questions. They're asking you questions. And they do another round where you're playing the game and you're like answering questions, but you're also I think that, I don't know if it was a second one into it or if it was a third one, but they have a baby. And so now you're
whacking the baby.
You're holding the baby starts crying.
Oh,
so now you're still playing, and you're whacking while you're also tending to the baby. And
that seems safe.
They're basically like checking all these like multitasking, and I'm pretty sure women crushed that.
Is it men versus women? Is that what most of the things are? Oh, okay.
And it's like testing things that are maybe like things you've questioned or stuff you've heard, and they're like actually like looking at a group of 100 people and kind of going off of. I mean, obviously it's only 100 people, but they are,
Yeah.
Pretty good show.
Put it on my list since that's all I've done is watch TV.
Yeah. I've been watching Tiger King.
Oh my God.
Because
Eric, have you watched this? Oh my gosh, I finished it.
I haven't finished it, but I've watched a lot.
It is. I mean, it's all over the place.
It's crazy.
There's just no one that hasn't heard of this movie at this point, but it is so good. I am so blown away by. I mean, there must be like some kind of correlation between being like a big cat person and like having some big dick energy or something.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, there has to be. These people are, I think narcissistic would be the way to say. I mean, they're just so full of themselves.
And bizarre.
Well, they're bizarre, 100% bizarre. I don't want to give anything away, so you guys should just watch it. But it is just insane. They are
definitely one of those
insane.
shows where like it continues to.
Well, it's like
like you never really realize.
Oh, this is what it's about?
Yeah,
Wait,
you never really know what it's about.
Yeah. You just think it's like a documentary on like people that own these like zoos, these like wildcat zoos, and then you just go into and there's this like whole underground of, and it just goes in a really weird direction.
Yeah,
and it ends in a weird direction. And then
I haven't watched the ending yet.
The relationships that they're all having. I mean, it's like watching a really like a I don't know. It's just like
Real Housewives.
No, it's better than that. It's better than that. I told you I only watched that so I could feel better about myself.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely one of those crazy things where like some of the people that you're watching,
it's like watching a train wreck.
In the beginning, you're like you pinpoint who the bad guys are,
right? And
then all of a sudden, at some point, some of those bad guys don't seem as bad as the people that you thought were maybe the good guys.
I know. No, it just keeps going. You're gonna trip out. Just keep watching. It just gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
And how crazy is it? Because I think that this guy that filmed this, they had no idea what was. I mean, like they were just gonna film, these kind of this culture of like, having these big cat zoos.
And it just like turned into this
and then
craziest,
as they're filming, I mean, like what?
The story developed.
Yeah. Like that story just fell right into their laps. Like how stoked are they?
It's like our podcast.
Right.
We start.
Yeah,
we're
totally right up there.
We're not really sure where this is going. But then as we keep filming and talking, it really develops.
Just really gotten better and better and better. I feel like it's like. All right. How long have we been talking?
49 minutes.
Wow. Okay. We've been talking a long time. Wasn't there another part of that question? Or no?
I mean, there was.
Well, save some of them. But I thought there was another one that you'd read already. No? It was just the bully.
It was the bully, but then it was also coaches and meanness. That was the second part of that question. Yeah, Abigail, no one should be being mean to you. And if you're just not, maybe you're not sure if it, maybe you also are questioning like, wait, was that meant to be mean?
Yeah.
Or am I hearing you wrong? Don't be afraid to ask. And if you are in fact like too nervous or shy to confront and you feel better about just, solving the problem by just searching for another place to try out. That's
or
fine.
Maybe like email the head coach or you know what I'm saying? Like do something that doesn't feel so like in your face. Cause I do think that like I'm just as a gym owner being in that position, I would hate to think that people were leaving my gym because of some kind of bad behavior of my coaches or of other members. And I would rather want the opportunity. So rather than feeling like you're trying to be like a whistleblower, like an asshole or whatever, think about it in terms of that. You don't have to say it in a mean way or like want somebody to get in trouble.
No.
You can maybe just tell them how you're feeling, because I think that the people running the gym would want to know that.
Yeah. Even if you don't really, maybe if you've, also if you've made up your mind to try somewhere else, it might just be a good thing just to send an email to the gym owner, just letting them know why it didn't work out.
This is what happened.
Yeah. Because they need that information to obviously.
Yeah. And if it's just one time, I mean, we do also have to remember that everyone are just people. Mm-hmm. They're going to have a bad day. They're just humans. So, maybe give a little allowance for that. I mean, if it's something that's happening over and over and over again, then obviously, yes, you should address it.
Yeah.
Yo, bitch.
Yo,
bitch.
Man.
Are you looking at your split ends?
I got some split ends.
Oh, that's okay.
I mean, technically they're not mine.
That's true. So gross.
Someone else does.
This is somebody else's really bad hair. I don't know why.
I'd love to think that I could grow better hair than this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
Thanks for still listening.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
We are all kind of going stir crazy. Not very motivated.
No.
What was it? What was your quarantine? You were supposed to say the last thing.
My quarantine name?
Yeah, your quarantine name was.
It was how you were feeling.
Right in the moment.
And the last thing you ate.
And the last thing you ate. Mine was unmotivated tortilla.
And I was a lazy veggie chip.
Yeah. What would yours be, Eric? How are you feeling right now? What did you eat last?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Meh eggs.
Meh eggs.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Remember to
thanks, guys. Rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.